Hello and welcome. I'm DDF Racer, and if you take yourself seriously as a motorsports or sim racing enthusiast, then you'll have heard of Road Atlanta before, maybe even Atlanta Motor Speedway, but have you heard of Atlanta Motorsports Park? If not, you're in for a treat. Now, I've previously recorded a race here in the BMW M8 GTE car, but spoiler alert, I actually crashed out of that race from 3rd place with just over 15 minutes to go. In an attempt to resolve some unfinished business, today I'm bringing one of my favourite cars, the USF17, back to this massively underrated but amazing circuit. 20 minutes against the AI. Let's go. Okay, so here we are at Atlanta Motorsports Park. 20 minutes against the AI, starting in 10th position. Let's go. Build the revs.
Green.
We get held on the grid for quite a while, though. We make a decent start. We're going to move to the inside. Going to take it 3 wide.
On the left, 3 wide. Be careful.
Lock up the inside tyre. Give him some room on the outside.
All right. You're clear all round.
And we make up a few spots up to P7 already. Didn't make contact with the car ahead somehow. So everyone's slowing up ahead of us. The concertina effect as everybody tries to find a piece of tarmac on the road. It's a never-ending left-hander. We can finally put the power down. As the car ahead of us has a little wiggle, but we've got nowhere to go. Can we send it up the inside?
On your left.
Light on the brakes.
Left side clear.
Got him.
Well done, Dan. Good start.
We're now to 6th position. Making lots of progress in this race. It's not even the end of the first lap yet. And now, some of the most amazing elevation changes on any circuit you will ever find. Look at that hill. We're staring at the sky as we approach this right-hander. Don't even need to brake, just roll off the accelerator and the car slows itself down. And now, absolutely floor it onto the back stretch. It's not really a back straight, because it's just one giant sequence of curves. Well and truly in the slipstream of the car ahead, though. So we complete the first lap. It's an incredibly short lap here at Atlanta Motorsports Park.
E6.
The guy ahead goes for the move on the inside. We're going to keep it nice and tidy on the apex, and hopefully we can capitalise as well. Oh, it's going to be tight. No, I'm going to back out of it. It's not really possible to go side by side through that corner. I want to live to fight another day. Oh, this is why I love this USF17 car. The successor to the USF2000, which I've raced a hell of a lot on this channel. The USF17 is obviously one of the cars released in the Tatuus pack for rFactor 2 by Studio 397 recently, and it's, well, I did reviews on each of the cars, and this one by far stands out as my favourite. And every time I jump back in, I'm just reminded of how much fun these lower level formula cars, these single-seaters can be. Just so manoeuvrable. Not necessarily the fastest cars out there, but very grippy, so much fun. Great racecraft as well. Not too much field spread. Everybody stays close together. Just going to lift out of it slightly. There's nowhere to go there. We lose our run.
The leader has just
going to move it to the outside.
113.35. You've just done a 114.45. Left side. Clear left.
Can't really make the move around the outside there, but we've got good acceleration now. Very conscious of locking the brakes into turn 1.
Right.
Ooh, pinches us to the inside curb. That's why you don't want to overtake there, because there's just no room. But yeah, very conscious of locking the brakes into turn 1 here. No ABS, no traction control, no fuel maps. It's all about driver skill. Absolute basics available in a car here.
Car on your right.
Oh, I have to knock it down to first to get the drive, bog the car down in second. Could lose the position to the guy behind us. Live to fight another day. This guy ahead is proving quite tricky to overtake. And it's only a short race here today. 20 minutes and we're already 4 minutes down. Where did that go? Okay, this should be good now. We're far enough to behind. Well, I can't even speak. We're far enough behind to be able to utilise the slipstream. So hopefully by the end of the straight we should have a nice straight line advantage, but the guy ahead of us is also getting the slipstream.
113.25. Okay, Dan, keep piling on the pressure. He'll make a mistake. That was a
bit of a lock up there.
114.34. Good lap. That's your quickest so far. Clear left.
We run wide and there's absolutely nowhere to go. I need to be a little bit closer, but not too close coming out the final corner. And we should be able to get him. Although every time we get a run, he gets a run. And we just keep on closing up on 4th place. It's a bit of a gap from 4th to 3rd. So we're kind of creating the bottleneck, and I feel like once I can get past them, we'll be away. I know that I'm currently running around in the 1 minute 14s. I'm capable of doing 1 minute 12s from qualifying. So there's definitely a lot more pace in the car. We're just getting held up quite significantly. Oh yes, great run. It's going to be risky to go around the outside. You run out of grip very quickly, and as soon as you get onto the grass,
He's still with you.
you're in the fence, because this car does not like to drive on the grass.
Left side's clear.
Got him! Up to 5th place.
From 113.18. 15 minutes left. The lap time was at 113.62. Car left. Clear left.
Trying to poke a sneaky nose at the inside there. Trying to get us on the cut back into the first corner.
That's your quickest lap in this session.
He's not going to do it though. We're going to hold on to 5th. Now forwards. As the guy ahead of us gets a little bit twitchy. Hopefully we can capitalise that on the exit. So gentle getting the power down there.
There's a guy on your left.
He's going to pinch us to drop it down to 1st and keep it tight in the apex.
You are clear on the left.
Just about got the run, but I've got a feeling he's going to go up the inside.
Nice move, mate.
No, he backs out of it. Okay, so we're now up to 4th position. Making some nice progress in this race. Made up 6 spots already. And now it's going to get a little bit more difficult to make up any more places, because the cars ahead of us have spread out a little bit. We've got about 5 seconds up to the leader ahead of us. We've got about 1 second to the car ahead. So even if we can clear Mr. L. Adams ahead of us, it's going to be a struggle. We're going to have to put some blistering laps in.
113.15. That lap was at 113.24. P4.
But even with that overtaking, we're only a 10th off the pace, so it's not unfeasible that we could win this one. I do want to reiterate, we are running the difficulty here at 120%, which is the absolute maximum that rFactor 2 will let me run. I would like to claim that I'm a really good driver and that I'm pushing the game as hard as it can, but I don't think that's the case. I just don't think the AI in this series is particularly optimized. I think running 120% is giving me a lot more credit than I'm worth. Because if I run at 120% in any of the series, I get absolutely demolished. Although it does make me feel pretty good though, knowing that I can beat the game on its hardest difficulty. Oh, he runs wide ahead of us.
Right side.
Ooh.
Still there.
I don't think he saw me in the mirrors there. He just started to turn in around the final corner. We go side by side onto the main straight. Have to back out of it. I've got the grip around the outside and he's got me, but we're going to go to the outside now.
It'll probably just polish out. Okay, Dan, we're matching race pace. Your lap time was 113.11. Your lap times are improving. Fastest lap for Corvell, 112.94.
We got the cutback.
Guy on your right. He's still there. Right side's clear.
Give him the space.
Right, clear on the right.
Woo.
Brilliant. Nice one.
Now up to 3rd position. That was a sketchy one. But we did it nice and clean. And we're still moving in the right direction. So we've now got about 3.5 seconds to the leaders. With 11 minutes in this race to go. Very short race here today at Atlanta Motorsports Park. But it suits these cars so well. I think any longer than this in the race.
All right. You're right.
We run a bit wide.
Yamauchi ahead is increasing. It's now 4.0 seconds. You are clear on the left.
Yeah, we run a bit wide and he tries to sneak the nose at the inside there, but this track is incredible, and like I said previously, I drove it in the BMW M8 GTE car in one of my races, and yeah, it didn't go too well. I crashed out of 3rd with just over 15 minutes left to go in the race. Definitely unfinished business here, but
that last lap was at 113.10. Great driving. Keep it up. P3.
In a way, I'm kind of glad that I did crash out of that race, because I would probably not have come back here to resolve this unfinished business. And as much as I love that track, these cars are just suited to it so well. I mean, not to say that the GTE cars weren't, but this, oh, it's just such a great combination. And it's such a hidden gem as well. Not many people have heard of this track. Everyone thinks of Road Atlanta. This is literally an hour down the road. Anyway, I'm being very careful through this corner, because that spot on the left right there is where I got beached in my previous race here. I do not want to repeat that. There's a very steep grass bank on the left and the outside of the track. And if a GT car can get stuck there, a single seat is definitely going to get stuck there, with the lower ride height, of course. Anyway, onwards and upwards. I think we're going to put in our best lap of the race so far. We're about 6/10 up on our delta so far.
Fastest lap. That lap was a 1:12.52. Sector 2 is 0.14 off the pace. Okay, Dan, that's half distance. Fuel levels are fine. You've got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes to go.
Fastest lap of the race, no less. Just patience, 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 and accelerate.
Air and track temperatures are rising. Air temperature is now 28. The track temp is now 28 Celsius.
Lost a little bit of time through that corner there. We are still gaining on the leaders ahead of us, which is what it's all about. Such an amazing circuit. I know I've said that so many times throughout this video already, guys, but it's so much fun. It's just something about circuits with elevation changes. They're just so interesting. It's so much fun to drive. And this has definitely got elevation changes. Designed by none other than Herman Tilke himself. I know that may come as a little bit of a surprise to you, considering some of the boring circuits he's created over the years, but this is an absolute stunner.
That's the fastest lap. That lap was at 1:12.51.
As we set another personal best and fastest lap of the race. Well and truly in the groove now. This car just skips around the track so easily. By far the best out of the Tatuus pack that was recently released. My absolute favourite single-seater lower level Formula car. And trust me, there's a lot to choose from. I think when I finally do get around to organising my subscriber race, it will be using this car. It's probably what most people on this channel know me for anyway. It's my USF2000, USF17 races. And it's quite easily accessible as well. It's free content that comes with rFactor 2, so there's absolutely no excuse. Just always a nice close level playing field. Speaking of my subscriber race, head on over to Discord, link in the description. I'll be organising it through that and...
Okay Dan, keep doing what you're doing, this is spot on. We're setting the pace. That lap time was 1:12.64. That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel.
Yeah, like I was saying, if you're heading over to Discord, that's where I'm going to be organising my subscriber race. So, link in the description, don't miss out. And if you can't join in, but you want to watch it, then make sure you press that subscribe button and the notification bell, because if you do, you get a nice little alert every time I upload a video or even schedule a live stream. And if you don't want to do that, if you don't really want to get involved, but you're enjoying the content, then a like and a comment is very much appreciated, because I do my best to respond to every single person who leaves a comment on this channel. You know, you've taken some time out of your day to speak to me, the least I can do is take some time out of my day to speak to you. It's all about making a community as we run dangerously wide out the final corner there. We are slowly but surely catching the guy ahead. Yamuchi is now only 1.7 seconds ahead of us. I think the leader's going to be out of it, but we might be able to get second.
We're quickest right now. That lap was a 1:12.78.
Big snap on the rear going to turn one there.
Fastest lap for Benson, 1:12.46.
Looks like the AI is starting to pick up the pace now that the rubber's going down on the track and the groove's coming on. I've had my fastest lap beaten by the AI, which goes to show that they're definitely not taking it lying down. They are putting up a fight here. And the rFactor 2 AI is absolutely some of the best in the business, so great levels of satisfaction when you can mix it with them like this. Can almost smell the exhaust fumes from the car ahead now. I think maybe give it another lap, 2 laps, we'll be all over his gearbox.
P3. 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Fuel wear, tyre wear and fuel usage shouldn't be an issue in this race. Oh, we're definitely getting closer now. We're well and truly in the slipstream. Heading up to 230 kilometers an hour at the end of the main straight.
Fastest lap of the race. Your lap time was at 1:12.31. Sector 1 is quick.
We're now trading fastest laps. I am now back in the lead with a 1 minute 12.3. But unfortunately, there's no point for fastest lap in this race, unlike the Formula 1s. That said, there's no points whatsoever.
5 minutes to go. Come on, keep it together. We'll be on the podium here.
Looks like the leader's had a scruffy lap. He's a lot closer than I remember, as he's kicking up the dust on the apex of that corner there. All over Yamuchi for second now. It's not over yet. 5 minutes left in the race. Probably about 3 or 4 laps. Through the compression at the bottom of the hill and straight back up again. Can get a good run here. Take a nice wide apex. Cut back. Get the momentum onto the straight. With the slipstream, we could get him into turn 1. Although we're not closing as close as I thought we would. Oh, they were gaining. We're not gaining enough. So we've now got just over 4 minutes left in this race. Whoa, guys.
The guy in front has just done a 1:12.75. You're matching race pace. That last lap was a 1:12.66. Sector 1 is 0.14 off
He's
the
slow
pace.
out the first corner. We're going to try and thread up the inside here.
Still there.
Give him the space.
Keep your line.
Yes.
Right side's clear.
Come on down. Good stuff. Keep it coming.
We might still be on for the win here. You know, I was saying the leader was out of touch. Well, yeah, we've got 3.5 minutes left in the race. He's only 2 seconds down the road. This is not impossible. If I remember correctly, I did actually win the last USF17 race that I put up on this channel as well.
Right side's clear.
I hate for that to become a cliche, but I definitely consider this to be one of my most favourite cars in rFactor 2. Pretty much, imagine the relationship that Matt Malone has with the Mazda MX-5 in iRacing, and that's pretty much what you've got with me in the USF17.
Time to get defensive, mate. That was a 1:13.17 P2.
That wasn't a particularly good lap. Back down into the 1 minute 13s, about a second off the pace of what we need to be doing to catch up with the guy ahead of us. Although we did go side by side with P2 through this complex. If we need to stand any chance of getting the win back, this needs to be the fastest lap of the race. So I'm going to get my head down and concentrate, guys. Turn the volume up, enjoy the sounds of the engine.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. We can see Chua has gone off. Alright Dan, we're matching race pace. That lap time was 1:12.41.
I need to try for another fastest lap. That was close, but not quite close enough. Whoa! Big wiggle on the rear coming out that corner there. Almost lost it. definitely getting a bit slidey on the back end of the car. I think I may be overheating the tyres a little bit too much in this USF17.
5 minutes of fuel left.
Looks like this next lap is going to be the last lap of the race. What are we? We're probably not close enough, but we've made a nice gap to third place. So second should be safe, provided we don't make any mistakes.
One more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium. Fastest lap. Your lap time was 1:12.28.
Absolute limit of grip through the first corner there. If he has a scruffy lap, it's going to be close. Throw everything at it. Gonna throw absolutely everything at it. Been an absolutely intense race so far though, guys. No, 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 no. Oh, no.
There's a car on your left. Still there. You're clear on the left.
That corner's my nemesis. That's what did it to me last time, but I managed to not put it in the bank. We're going to go up the inside. We've got a drag race for second place.
He's still there. Clear right.
2
Yes.
litres remaining. Come on, that's the stuff.
So we managed to get our second position back. Nothing lost there at the end of the race.
Great drive. That's a podium.
You didn't see that. Just pretend that didn't happen.
Left side. Clear left.
Oh, well, that's what happens when you push. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you just don't make it happen. Although we did have the luxury of gapping third place then. So we could just make a sneaky little move coming out the final corner, get the momentum and get back our second place. Nothing lost. And considering we started 10th on the grid in this 20-minute race, maximum difficulty against the AI in rFactor 2, I don't think that's a bad effort whatsoever. Thoroughly enjoyed that one. Thoroughly enjoyed that one. But again, this corner right here, this piece of grass has cost me twice in 2 races at Atlanta Motorsports Park. But I'm not going to hold it against it. It's an absolutely fantastic circuit. If you guys have rFactor 2, you should definitely go and give it a go. As I'm sure you can see from the smile on my face right now, it's a hell of a lot of fun. And I hope you had as much fun watching that video as I did making it and racing it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and if you want to see more, please subscribe. Anyway, I've been DDF Racer. I'll see you guys in the next video.